Hello, guys. Welcome once again to another review of Love and Marriage Huntsville season 6, episode 18. If you're not subscribed to our channels, remember to click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe, and also make sure you like and comment on our videos. So, what did you think of today's episode in general?
I enjoyed it. I really enjoy the way the pace that the show is moving at. Yeah, so overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did. I did enjoy the episode. I didn't get to catch it live, so I watched it later on, and I kept on laughing and laughing at the episode. It was so funny. A lot of things that I didn't expect to happen, but it did happen. Let's just go into the episode. So, Tisha surprisingly later showed up at the party. I actually did not expect she was going to show up. I literally thought that she was not going to go show up. So when I saw her walking, and I was like, wow, I'm really shocked. Were you expecting her to show up for the party? Because I wasn't.
I knew she was going to show up because we saw the preview, so maybe that's how I knew. But I just don't believe this beef between her and Stormy or her and Tiffany. I don't believe it. But yeah, so no, I'm not surprised that she showed up. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And talking about the beef, like what was Stormy's face? Like why did she have to do that expression? She, like you said, you don't trust the beef. Because she's always changing. She's like a chameleon. When she's in the presence of some people, she talks a certain way about Tisha. Then when she's in presence of some people, she talks a certain way or wants them to see her in a certain light. So I don't always trust Stormy's stance when it comes to where she stands with Latisha and Marsau or whatever thing they have with them. I literally don't always trust her because I didn't understand why you hugging and giving that facial expression at the back? Like, if you don't want to hug, don't hug. Like, say I'm not interested in the hug, then hugging, then trying to be, I don't know. I didn't just know what she was trying to achieve there. Like, I was confused by this hug and the facial expression she gave while she was hugging Tisha.
Yeah, she keeps giving these facial expressions. I really do believe she's an actress. I wouldn't be surprised if we find out later that she has taken some acting classes because I just think she's performing on this show because she has a certain way that she speaks when she's on the show, which is different from what we see her outside of the show.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I just think that
Yeah.
she's just performing. And she did admit before that she code switches. She said that before that she does change the way she speaks depending on who her audience is.
Exactly. That's why I am not literally always trusting her because you know the way she changed, I was like, okay, are we really beefing or are we acting in front of the girls? And that's when Tisha said she doesn't understand Stormy, her tone usually changes whenever she's with the ladies and whenever they are alone. And I've noticed it. And I felt like Stormy wanted the ladies to feel like she really has this issue with Tisha. Then when Tisha was there, she was still just trying to downplay the issue. She was trying to downplay it, like, oh, I'm not really that pissed off with you. I don't have any beef with you. You know, that that didn't make sense to me. That's the part that I felt like I don't trust their beef at all. Maybe from the aspect from maybe Laksha thinks that there's no beef, then Stormy is trying to cook up a story and trying to form a beef between them. That's what me I just feel is going on.
Yeah, and she could
But
be
yes,
trying to figure out the whole reality TV thing. She could be trying to figure out, okay, am I supposed to still be upset with her? Or am I supposed to play nice
yeah.
now? Yeah, and we don't know what they're being told before they go to a scene. From
Mm-hmm.
what I understand,
Yeah.
they're just told you have to be this place at a certain time, and then not everybody is told
Yeah.
to arrive at the same time. And then you show up and you don't know who's going to be there. So,
Mm,
yeah, but she looked cute though. I liked her jumpsuit. She looked really cute.
yeah, everybody. I think I loved everybody's outfit. They were cute, pretty. Like everybody on that event were looking, especially the cast. They were all looking very beautiful, and I commend them for that. Like they came in with all everything they had. Like their fashion sense was on point. But now
Except for
let's go into the
Tiffany.
why.
She looked so
Probably,
matronly. It looked like she
probably
was going
because
to a church function.
probably
Sunday
because of
school
the
teacher.
baby. Probably because of the baby. Probably because of she's pregnant. She just gave birth. Sometimes I feel some people when they just give birth, they just let themselves loose. They
She
are
was
really not
dressing like
into.
that last I saw her dressed like that the first season she was there. I think that's just kind of how she dresses, and it's okay. It's just that, it's so different from the other ladies.
Oh well. Now let's go into this part. Like Nell versus Tisha. I felt like at first I was like, okay, Nell didn't need to bring it up again after they've talked about it in the meeting they had with the spouse they had with themselves. But listening more, I felt like Tisha was trying to deflect. She was trying to, I don't want all eyes on me. I don't want all the focus on me. I want I don't want everybody to start looking at me. She was deflecting a lot. That was how I felt when she was talking to, Fletcher. She was trying to deflect. And just realized that Nell is not someone to joke with. Once she wants to go at you, she will go at you. And she does it. I literally like the way she did it. She didn't come off too harsh. She wasn't too disrespectful, and she was still making her points. She was still putting her points across to you. Like you got what she was trying to tell you, but she was still trying not to be that insultive or aggressive or embarrass you. And she floored Tisha because she was lost of words. Like she didn't know what to say.
Right, she did not stop. And Tisha said, "I thought we were here for the baby." Yeah, Nell was not letting up at all. And Tisha deserves it. Especially remember when they met last week when she asked her about what did she say about asked her about dealing with cheating or whatever. She asked her
Mhm.
that question. So, it was only fair. And then why weren't they invited to that thing, to the expo? That made no sense not to have that couple there. That didn't make any sense.
Like people have been saying online, like they Tisha and Marcel always wanted to present this power couple, black power couple of Huntsville thing, and I feel and they don't want any other person to take that or outshine them. Actually,
Yeah.
they don't want anybody to outshine them. So I felt like that was the reason why they didn't involve them, because them coming, they're older, their businesses stay. We have not heard of people suing, people calling them for fraud, people them owing people money or doing jobs half as, like we've not heard of those kind of things from the Fletchers, and we've heard of that from them a lot. So I just want I think they just want to present this black couple, long marriage, loving, couple that we are not actually buying. So I think that was what they were trying to sell.
Yeah, I agree. They're too much of competition. And then it seems as though they are known within the community, and for them to pretend like they didn't know about the daycare. And she
Oh,
says, yes, like you didn't know that I had the daycare. Like, come on, you guys.
like I felt like that was like petty from that was very petty of Letitia saying that. That was petty. Like trying to dismiss the fact that she owns a daycare. At least she's better than you. You that run a business that you don't know what is going on in the business. Your Your run to is, oh, I own 85%. Um, do you really? I'm saying I fell in love with Nell Fletcher in this episode because she she gave. She really gave. She came for Tisha so hard. I don't think Tisha's gonna forget about her anytime soon. Like if Tisha was watching the episode, she would be like, "Man, this woman went deep on me. Like she's not someone you should mess with.
No, she's not.
She's she, she's absolutely not one person you should mess with. And I love her. I love her, and I see why her and Melody are friends. I see why her and Melody are friends because I want to be friends with this kind of lady. She knows what she wants. She stands for what she wants, and she doesn't allow you to look down on her, no matter who you are. And I love that that was what she did to Tisha here. Tisha was lost of words, even when she was trying to deflect, like, "Oh, we're here for baby." Like, yeah, we're here for the baby, but I need to tell you what I need to tell you. At the end of the day, you need to listen. No, you need to listen to what I have to say. And then these ladies, were they gossiping? Well, every one of them, this was the part I started laughing a lot because every one of them was going at Tisha and they were not allowing her breathe. Like, once this person is done, the other person is going. Even her sister-in-law, Kimmi, was going.
But
Aha, like
Kimmy tried to take up for her, didn't she?
Kimmy was, yeah, Kimmy no, Kimmy wanted the same thing, but she felt like probably would have done it in a better way, like saying, okay, let's have a town hall meeting where we just talk about how we felt about the Black Expo. But the thing is that concerning the Black Expo thing, I feel like um you are not being honest. The fact that everybody keeps on asking you the same question over and over again should let you know that, okay, there is no trust. And you are saying that you would want everybody is just jealous that you hosted something that you guys are envisioning that it's something that would occur often, like you'll be doing. There'll be a Black Expo 2, Black Expo 3. If at the first one there is no positive reviews, how do you think the second one is going to be? Because if I was in this group and I saw how the first one went and it wasn't pleasing to me, if I'm invited to the second one or being given the idea of a second one being held, I will literally reject not to be involved because the first one it wasn't an open book. You told some people that you collected money, and you told some people that you didn't collect money, and you were hiding how much you made, you're hiding how much you're not made, you're telling different people different versions of the story. You get, and just come out and say, this is how it went. We took the money from our pockets. We took, okay, this is who we collected money from. This is who we collected money from. It's no more than that. Nobody's even interested on how much you and your husband spent and organized the event. I'm not sure any one of them is interested in that. But they want to know where did these things go? Where did the money go? All those kind of things. And they are just like, I you don't need to care about that. And you call them, you ask them to sponsor the show, you ask them to talk on the show. In short, it was a plan that all of you came up with, and you are now like, they shouldn't care about that. That
Y-
looks fishy already.
Yeah, and I was wondering, maybe she doesn't know because she seemed surprised that he was going and asking Stormy for money. She may not know the goings on of how everything came together. Who knows what he tells her and what he doesn't tell her?
Oh well, that is a possibility. Actually, I didn't actually think about that. That it's a possibility that she doesn't know anything that is going on, because she actually does. She really know anything that is going on? Because I'm confused. I don't think this lady
Right,
knows anything that
right, because she
you
seemed
said.
shocked. Right, because she seemed shocked that he asked Stormy for $100. She was surprised by that. Yeah, so I was like, why? And so I was wondering, did he do that for the TV show? Or who knows? He just may move this way. And, she's sitting there, taking all of it because she doesn't really know what, is
What
going
is going on?
She may not know if they made a profit or not.
That's possible. It's true. She might not have even known whether they made a profit or not, because I don't think Masa is the I'm gonna tell you everything that goes on, because at the time he even said, okay, you're not supposed to know everything that goes on in the business. I can't remember the episode he said that, when they were talking about business, and it was like a woman is not
Were they
supposed to know
sitting in the
everything about.
kitchen? They were sitting in the kitchen, right?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Can't remember, yeah. I think in the rented apartment they were staying at. Yes. He was like, a woman is not supposed to know everything about the business. So my own question is, for you to own 85, you claim you own 85% of the business, and you own 85%. As someone that owns, I think, like 7.5 according to Melody, is telling you you don't need to know anything that's going on in the business. How? I've never seen that happen before, where somebody with a lesser share is telling someone with the highest share, that is the highest shareholder, telling the person that you don't need to know anything that's going on in the business. Like, this is the first time I'm actually experiencing that kind of thing on this show.
You're right. You're right.
This is the first time. It just let me know that, man, she uh, mm, she looks up to Marsau a lot. Like, Marsau, do everything. You can put everything on my name, blame me. She's just there to take all the blames. If there's blame for the business failing, she will be the one to take the fall. Well, let Marsau be the one that runs it, enjoy the money, have fun. Like, that's not a life to live, actually. And the fact that she's associating herself with these women that I know, most of Tiffany is a very accomplished, intelligent businesswoman. Melody also is. Miss Nell Fletcher is. Stormy is also an accomplished businesswoman. And you're associating yourself with them, and you've not picked up one or two things from them. It speaks a lot for you, because I believe if I'm associating myself with a certain group of people, I should learn or pick one or two things from them. And if she wants to argue that thing, like, oh no, my son say, like, don't associate yourself with someone that left her husband. Now Fletcher is still with her husband. Tiffany is still with her husband. Stormy
Kimmy.
is still with her husband.
Kimmy too.
Kim is still with her husband.
Yeah, she's a
So
businesswoman.
yeah, so don't make the argument like, okay, I don't want to hang out with Melody because she's single. What of Netflix? She's there, she's married, she has run and still running a successful business. Tiffany is an excellent businesswoman. Stormy runs her own business, and her husband is her backbone. So they know what they are doing about business, but I don't know why you don't pick up from those ladies. You are just there, and I don't understand. What's your job? Talk with Lana said she's just a figurehead because Tommy has business with her husband and she's very much involved, which is true. Because Melody also said it in the episode that even while she was with Martel and they ran the business together, she was so very much involved. She knew the ins and outs of the business.
Yes, she did say that. She sure did.
Imagine having someone like Martel who is very headed, and you still want to know the ins and out of the relationship. I don't know between Martel and Marsau who is more strong headed, but Melody still tried to make herself like, you know what, I would make myself in this business we're running. We must be together. It's not a Martel business, a Martel and Melody's business. Because that's how you will know when, you know, the real thing that is going on in the business. Your husband can just come and tell you, okay, this is what we did, and you will just take it as face factor because you don't know anything that's going on. Well, I do it sure because this lady took her bread away, and the way she was saying they were being haters, haterers. I was like, who is hating? Is it Nell that has a business and is accomplished, or Melody that doesn't literally see you, or Kimmy? What does Kimmy want to hate on you, or Stormy, or Tiffany? I kept asking myself, like, what was the hating? Like, before you hate on something on somebody, that means there's something in the person that you envy or you want, but you can't get. Like, I don't understand why she was saying they were hating on her, because there's nothing I feel like these ladies don't have that Latisha has. I literally don't see that. Well, oh my god. Did you get the part that she was calling her husband a woman?
Yeah, I still
Oh,
don't think the beef is real. I really don't because there was like no passion behind it when she said it. I this
even
story, I just don't buy it. And she
if
said it
even
more
if
than once. That's what makes me think it wasn't real.
even if I believe that this beef might not be a real beef, but like Neil Fletcher said, I would not sit down and watch another woman literally call my husband a woman, and I'm sitting down there smiling or looking at her without standing up for for him. She didn't even try to stand up for him. The only thing she said was he's very outspoken. Like, I don't know, is he outspoken? She said he's very vocal. She didn't try to say stop that, because if the roles were reversed, let's put it like this: if the roles were reversed and it was Latisha literally calling Stormy's husband a woman, if the beef is real or not, Stormy would have died that down immediately.
So I agree. You're right. She would
So
not have
someone
allowed.
would have said, you know what, stop that. If you don't have anything to say, keep quiet. Stormy would have done that. But Latisha sat down there and watched Stormy say that. Or, okay, let's put it like this. If it was Melody that was saying that, do you think Latisha would have sat down there and watched her call Marsau a woman repeatedly, not once, not twice, in different languages? And she would have sat down there looking at Melody calling her husband a woman. I I literally don't think that would have happened. I felt like the only reason why she allowed it and she entertained it was because it was Stormy. And like you said, the beef is not real. So she just sat down there and swallowed it. But for me, I felt that that was disrespectful. I might not be a fan of Masao. I might not like him. But I felt for her to sit down there and call him a woman, that didn't make sense to me. Um that was very annoying. Topless Topless Lana said, but Masao emasculated Courtney in the first episode, so it's fair. But that was man on man. That was man on man. Like, it was not a woman to a lady. I don't want to sound anyhow, but I felt like there were two men talking to themselves, so they can handle themselves. That was actually how I felt. But this beef, whether it's fake or they're trying to just act it out or real, I'm not actually buying it. I'm not even interested in the beef at all. Oh god. Oh. Somebody text here.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh. Now, what did you feel about this chat with Mel and No Fletcher?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed this scene very much. It was quite interesting. I liked how they were recapping this situation with Tisha, and then also what Mel was saying about the whole business setup, about the you own this large percentage, but you don't know anything. And then yeah, that was so funny. And then how she was talking about that, all the uh, government contracts and things that can be done because it's a woman owned business, that I guess she's considering that perhaps it's just in name only, which I think quite a few people may already believe that that's the situation, that it's because, that's why she's named as the owner of the company, because she doesn't seem to really know much. Or maybe she just doesn't want to talk about it. I don't know. But she just doesn't,
Like,
she allows him to take the lead, which is okay. I mean, he's the president of the company,
yeah,
but
very
you're the
okay.
majority,
Yeah.
yeah, but you're the majority owner. You should know more of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. Probably it's for the reason that Melody said that, women-owned business gets more um contracts, get more favors from the government. So probably that was their plan. That she's not gonna be a figurehead. She's just gonna be on paper as the majority shareholder on of Scout. Then, but we know that in the house between us, we know that Marsau runs the business. I feel like maybe they had that agreement, like just on paper, you're the majority shareholder, so as to get those benefits that comes with a woman being, the owner of a company. So I literally feel that what Melody said was truthful. I feel like that's what Melody said was truthful. But moving forward, do you think Nell Fletcher and Tisha can work on their relationship and be better, maybe better friends? Friendship is a stretch because I don't think any of them are really that close of friends. But do you think they can be cordial with themselves, Tisha and Nell Fletcher?
Yeah, I think so. I'm wondering, like you said earlier, could there be a little bit of jealousy there? Because, Nell Fletcher and her husband, they've been married for many years. They're pillars in the community as far as their businesses goes. They're well known, and that Tisha and Marsau are trying to get to that level, or at least they feel that they've already arrived. They're on this TV show, and then there may be some issue there too, like, oh no, they're trying to come on this show. What does that mean for us? You just never know, what they may be feeling, because seems like they knew them before and have known them for a while, or maybe not, because for Marceau to not know what they do for a living, how well did they know these people? Kind of makes you wonder. But I think eventually they may be able to get there, but there could be some jealousy there. Maybe she's a little bit of jealous. You see her and you see this is where you want to be, or where you think that you are,
Yeah,
or the image that you're trying to portray to the
to
world.
put yeah.
Yes.
No, I feel like they might be cordial because the way I see Nell Fletcher is she's not somebody that takes things too personal. So probably for being cordial, they can be, but saying being maybe close friends, best of friends, I don't think that might happen because of that. I feel like that jealousy is between them. So I don't think that will happen. Could you see that playback where they played where Masao literally did not allow Tiffany was not happy that Latisha went out with Melody and Melody was introducing her to people that were pillars in the community, and he kept on telling her that it was for the she was supposed to be thinking for the family and not for herself. That felt like, guy, what's the meaning of that? If she wants to become successful, her success is everybody's success in the family. It doesn't matter. Like, I felt off with that statement when he said that.
I remember
And I'm
that.
like,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
are you sure? I feel like that is the way he has now shaped Latisha to think that it's only if he is the one bringing the success or is a family thing or nothing else. Latisha doesn't have space to shine, to be bright. Nah, and that is not something that I do like.
Yeah, I remember that scene. That was really sad. I remember her, crying. But you know what? We don't know what the arrangement was before they got married. Maybe he told her, I want a traditional family. I don't want you to work. And maybe she agreed to that. So now, she's changing things up by trying to get out, network, talking about getting a job and all that. So we don't know what their arrangement was because I used to work with a lady who was in a situation like that. She would have to ask for permission to do everything. She could not, and then she'd have to call her husband constantly, all the time, to check in with him, call to say, oh, we're thinking about going out after work today. Can I go? Which is like really weird. It's like she was like a child. But that was the situation, the arrangement that she had with her husband, and she agreed to it. So, perhaps that's what she and Marceau had. Maybe she, when they got together, she said that this is the type of traditional marriage that she wanted as well. And so once she started hanging out with Melanie and started going to places, he wasn't having it. But now we've, fast forward years later, they're still on the show. And looks like, she's doing things now, but still he's in control. And, I guess that works for them.
I I literally hope that works for them. I do hope that works for them because it seems like to me that she's trying to be out there more, but he doesn't just want her to be out there that much. And he has also conditioned her to think that she can't be that bright of a star. Like it has to be Marsau and Tisha, power couple, we're doing it. I understand the power couple thing. You want to be the power couple of Huntsville, but is it really working for them? The power couple thing? I
Well,
don't think it is.
they're still together.
And yeah, like they are still together, but being a power couple is more than both of you still being in the marriage. Well, let's see. I just hope it works out for them. Now let's finally go to the part where Marcel and Melody met up. This part, where Melody was like, I came in here with with good, good mind and everything. I started laughing. Like, I was like, I know this is already going to end in disaster. Immediately she said, I came in here with good faith, calm mind, and I'm trying not to be insultive. I knew that all hell was going to break loose because whenever has Masao and Melody sat down to have a chat and it went the right way. I, I can't remember when that has happened on the show. It has always ended in a very it has always ended in a very, very bad way. But were you expecting them for it to go from 0 to 100?
Well, I just love their interactions, even in the past when they have met up. It is so enjoyable. And I think they need to do more scene. I just love the two of them together. And I'm not a fan of his, but he's playing this villain role, and I think he's in loving every minute of it. And I will never forget that scene. I don't know if you remember when she showed up at some construction site. She was wearing all black. She had her long ponytail. They showed the flashback, and
They
she was
showed,
just
yeah.
really, yeah, get going back and forth with him. And the way he looks at her, I just think that he's so intrigued by her because she's intelligent, she's an attractive lady, and it's just something of I'm not saying he's attracted to her. I just think that he's
Yeah.
intrigued by her personality. And she's not the submissive type where well, she could be, we don't know. But I mean, it's a lot different than what we see with his relationship with Tisha, where this one she
Mhm.
just really just kind of goes toe to toe with him. And I just enjoyed it. It's just the way he looks at her, like he wants to laugh, but he just doesn't. That he's enjoying every minute of the banter.
Yeah.
He enjoys the
I
banter.
felt like he was happy that like seeing him come. I felt like this guy was happy to have this conversation with Melody. Like
Exactly. That's exactly it.
it
Yeah, he enjoys it.
just gives the vibe like, yeah, I'm happy that I'm having this conversation, but I'm just gonna pretend
Right, right.
that
That I'm
I'm not
annoyed
happy to
or
be
yeah,
seated
yeah,
here.
exactly. But he was enjoying it. I said they need to have them, maybe the two of them work on a project or something because it's enjoyable. It was so much fun. And she seemed to enjoy it too. She was laughing and smiling too.
And the way he was like, where off to me was when he said, I don't fancy e-commerce. And she was like, you were into the same thing. And he was like,
Right,
yeah,
right,
it is, but I don't do it. And she was like, stop playing with me. Like the interaction between the both of them, it was funny. I kept on laughing. I couldn't take them serious.
right. Especially since it seems like they know each other like before the show. Like she's looking at him like, I remember when you were working at the what is it, the movie theater? Isn't that what they say people get
Yeah.
he worked? I don't know. And he's looking at her, well, I remember when there's kind of like there's so much history there. And it's just so enjoyable to see them go at it. And they show the flashbacks of all the times that they have gone at it. And yeah, I loved it.
Oh my god, it was I kept on laughing. The moment he stepped in, I think I had to watch this particular scene 3 times so that I can remember the conversation, like recall what they talked about because I kept on laughing and laughing and every time, everything they were saying. And she was like, how would you hate a business that you are into? Like that too, that part was also funny to me. How would you hate a business that you are into? I have never seen someone hate a business that you're into. I've heard of people hating their jobs. That is
Right.
understandable. You don't own the business, you just go there every day. You can hate on the job, but hating a business that you own and you operate was so be funny. And I
Yeah.
and when she was moving I don't know whether it was death on the action, it was like, don't cry. Oh my god. That particularly of me because I was like, are you blind? I can't even see that she wasn't crying. Like I just thought it was just trying to be funny.
Yeah, it's almost like he's
Saying
met his match when he, interacts with her.
like it was so funny. Even me remembering it now, I'm still laughing. When she no everything he did in that scene it was just a joke. I can't take the quarrel serious. I can't take the fight serious because what was you stop crying? Like why would she be crying? First question: why would she be crying? Because you say you don't like e-commerce and you don't like her business. What business of hers is that if you don't like it? So why would she be crying? And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were like." I was like, "No, this is just like." It felt like I was watching a comedy movie. That
Yeah.
was just what it felt like. I was like that. This particular scene was my highlight of the episode.
Yes, it was. And I think that, they probably the producers or the cast may also be aware that that first half of the season was not any good. So,
Yeah,
thankfully right now we're not getting any of that rigmarole. Now we're getting like different
exactly. Yeah, we're
interaction.
getting.
Right,
Mm-hmm,
because we didn't see the 2 of them interact the first part of the season, did we? I don't think they had any
mm-hmm.
interaction. So it's just like, clearly they know that people like to see these too, and it was really, really good. I loved it.
Yeah, I did. I'm enjoying the second part of this season. Like episode 16 was interesting, episode 17 was interesting, and today's episode was also very interesting. Like I think they really went to work after a lot of complaints from the first part. People were like, you know what, this is very boring, and so they really, I think that both the cast and everybody, production, cast member, I think they had a talk with themselves, like, you know what, we have to make the second part very interesting. I think they just had that chat to themselves because they are literally giving, and I hope they keep on giving till the episode ends, to see the season end, because I don't want by the time we get to the end, we'll find out that this season started becoming boring. I literally don't want that. And now let's move to the last topic we're going to be talking about today. I
I
thought like
forgot about
this
this scene. I totally forgot about this.
this interaction between KeKe and her husband. I felt a little in some way about it. Um, she, I think the husband is very understanding, but I also feel like he wasn't really also understanding the situation. I don't know the English to put, but I know, yes, he must have gone through a lot of them because when someone goes through drug issues, it's not only the person suffering, the family members also go through pain and suffering to seeing the person they love, in that state. I do understand that. But at this moment, the way he was coming for her, like trying to make her feel like whatever pain or whatever health issues, complication that she has is like her own doing. Yes, it's of her own doing, probably from the drugs before. But the way he was saying it to her, for me, I felt like it was kind of harsh.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know. The both of them, now I could be wrong, but both of them did not seem to be displaying their real personalities. Yeah, it's like he was just
Mm.
acting a different way for the camera. Her, I still don't have her figured out, not even from when we first met her on the show. And, people act differently when the cameras are around. And I the whole situation with what she's dealing with, I just don't really feel comfortable talking about it because I know like it's real life. Like some of these other
Yes, yeah,
situations,
real life.
okay, you think that they're putting on, but her situation is like a real life situation. And yes, I guess maybe he was too busy cooking or whatever, and maybe he was uncomfortable being in front of the camera. What did you say?
Uh, No, as you said, maybe he was too busy cooking. That was what was making me laugh.
Yeah, yeah, he
I
was
was
too
saying,
busy cooking.
yeah,
And did they even introduce him? What was he at the event that Wanda had with the food truck and the whole
yeah,
family
he
was
was at the event. Yeah, he was
there?
at the
Okay.
event.
Okay, but they didn't really introduce him this time. We just see her inside of a kitchen with this man frying something.
Of course, you should know any man in her house is a husband. Would you
I
be
guess you're
expecting any
right.
other man? Would
Yeah,
any
you're
other
right.
man be in her kitchen cooking for her apart from her husband?
But there was no lead into it. There was no segue. It's just all of a sudden
Uh,
they're in the kitchen with this man and he's frying up stuff. It wasn't they didn't
yeah,
refresh our memory as to who he was.
well, I guess maybe they didn't really have. I don't think they. Uh Maybe I don't think they are that deep of a cast members for them to be talking about them that much. So
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think I think that's why they didn't really do that big brand introduction to them. With Nell, the Fletchers, they are really deep rooted. Their business is very pronounced. So I feel like they might want to advertise them more than Stormy with the canvas stuff. They might want to advertise them more. But what does KeKe and her husband really do that is very outstanding that they'll be like, okay, fine, let's push this. So I felt like that's why we have more introductions to Stormy and her husband, the Fletchers, than to them. Probably later on, we might literally find out. Maybe he's there to just be a backbone for her because we know actually this season she'll be picked on a lot by the Scots. So maybe he's there to be like, I'm going to be the backbone for you when the going gets rough.
Yeah, that makes sense. He looks like he could be a fun character though.
Yeah. No, but the things
He
he
looks
was
like he
even
could be
saying was
funny.
kind of the things he was saying was funny. And the way he was like, you're complaining of being sick and you bought Chinese food and you're storing it off and you're eating late at night. Like he was just going at her. Like he wasn't even trying to be considerate. And I'm like, you're complaining of somebody eating Chinese and you're cooking all those things. All those things that he's cooking. Like he was so busy in that kitchen. I was like, okay. But I feel like there will be fun addition to the cast. I'm happy with this new set of people that are being mixed in the cast. I'm enjoying Courtney and Stormy. I'm also enjoying the Fletchers. I think the Fletchers were like one of the best additions to the cast. And let's see how KeKe and her husband's own will go. Actually, let's see
Yeah.
how that will go. But
I just don't
I
like
am,
the way they're portraying her. They're just making her seem like such an airhead. And it's like, why are they
yeah,
making her look like this? When she was like, wasn't she like a college professor? But they're just making her
yeah.
look like she doesn't know which end is up. Like her edit is not very good.
I feel like they want to, the storylines of the drugs and everything. I think they want to just suit everything in that place, you know, and this alleged stuff of her and the Scots not being that very close. So I don't know. Probably we're gonna. I think probably we're gonna find out the whole truth before the season ends. I just feel like probably we'll find out exactly what is gonna. What was she? I don't think during that Stormy's pasture party, I didn't see a picture of her being on in that party. I don't know if I'm mistaken. There was a lot of
Yeah, she
pictures
was
going.
there. She was there because
She was there.
I think she was on Wanda's live stream.
Oh wow, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think she's like, "They're my
Um.
little niece. They're my little niece." You know, she always says that.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll get to find out a lot of things before the season ends. But just I know the second part will be an eye opener for a lot of people. But the one thing I've noticed is that we are missing Mattel. Mattel has been missing for okay. He was in the last episode, but for like how many minutes?
He wasn't in last week's episode. This is the second week he's missing.
Yes, even in the last week episode, how many minutes was he in?
He
After the
wasn't
chat
there.
with
He wasn't there.
what what episode did he have? No,
He
remember
was in the
they
first
had a chat.
episode,
It was in their first episode.
and that was it.
Oh, 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 okay, okay. Oh wow.
See, I guess he wasn't even missed.
I
Yeah, I remember. I was
my
like, "Wait a minute." Yeah, he was
my
not
my
there.
son
That's
my
2
son
weeks
was
in a
like,
row.
oh, my son was like, oh wow. So that's how well we've missed Mattel. Like in short, I don't even feel it. In short, I don't even realize it's off the show because other people are very interesting. Like we see the Fletchers doing amazingly well. It doesn't even look as if it's their first time on TV. They're doing absolutely great. Every other person is, bringing in. The Scots are trying their best. Every other person is trying that. I'm literally, seriously, I don't miss Mattel because I know this second part when we see Mattel, when we start seeing Mattel back, it's gonna be mm, a lot of. I think I'm gonna laugh a lot when he comes back because we already know like snippets of his storyline. I think I'm gonna laugh a lot, but I don't think I want to see him anytime soon. Although we know we're gonna see him next week in next week's episode. But
Yeah, looks like he's gonna be back next week, so we'll see. Looks like he's
yeah,
fussing about something.
well, it's funny that a main cast is very funny to me that the main cast will be missing for two whole episodes. In the first episode, you just got a very minute second of being viewed, then missed two whole episodes. It's very funny to me because every other main cast, we had the Scots, we had Melody, um, yeah, they were in every single episode since episode 16 came back. Episode 16, all of them were there. Episode 17, yesterday's episode, every one of them were there. So I'm wondering, like, what couldn't they fix Mattel somewhere, like fix a storyline for him to also show his face in episode 16, 17, or 18?
I
Because
don't
it
know.
looks
That's a mystery. That is a mystery. Must be some
because
reason behind it.
it looks to me that it doesn't have a storyline. Truthfully, it looks to me that he doesn't have a storyline because right now, okay, let's put a line up of what he has going on for him. Next week we're gonna see him, hopefully, and he's going to be talking about the only thing that is bringing him into next week's episode is because the Fletchers go tell him that Marsau and Tisha said uh, they don't know anything about business, and he will bring up the story of without Melody and I, there was no school. Then after that goes, what else? Like after the argument dies, what else? Because I'm sure Melody would not follow him and argue that because Melody has cancelled herself from school. She's not going to be having that argument with anybody about without her or with her. Schools was this, schools was not this. So he's the only one going to be having that argument. So after that, what exactly is the storyline? I think after the storyline, they will have him trying to get back with Melody. And I think him trying to get back to Melody, okay, is before they went to Houston. That is all. Like I'm literally calculating the storyline he has on my head, and I'm like guessing that we might really not be seeing Mattel so much in this season.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to know why he hasn't been there for 2 weeks. That is a mystery, and I would like to know what the deal is with that. Somebody had put in the comments that he was moving during that time. Well, they could have shown his move because the last we saw, he was at the house, and Chris Fletcher said that he had to go. So then now, that's 2 weeks worth of we could have seen him trying to pack up, leave. Where is he going to go? Be in a dilemma. We didn't see anything from him for 2 weeks, and I would like to know why. Where was he? Why was he not shown? But instead, you're showing Tiffany. Like, I could do without her. And her trying so hard to be controversial gets on my nerves. Hey,
Hi.
hello.
Oh, wow.
You're muted. Barbara, you're muted. You just muted yourself. Oh, wow.
Hmm. It's true. I wanted to even ask, what is Tiffany's role on this season? Like,
To just
is
try
he
to
her
start
next week?
stuff and it's annoying. It's so obvious obvious that she's trying so hard to be controversial. It's getting on my nerves. It doesn't even seem natural. I'm tired of it. It just and then, then her husband is saying whatever he's saying, next week's episode. It's like he told you that that was going to be the situation. With him not being around or both of them being super busy. I'm not here for Tiffany and Maurice.
Yeah. Like we've seen Tiffany all the episodes. Like there's nothing and we're still going to see her next week with unimportance. Like there's nothing important that she has to say. Well, I guess we'll literally like at the end of the day, we literally would have to find out what exactly is going to happen on like as the season goes. We're gonna find out what exactly is happening with them, and we'll actually find out more about Martel, what is happening, and why he wasn't or he isn't very much in the episodes. But I feel like if it's because he's moving, I feel like it's something that should be shown. If he
Right,
was moving houses, it
right,
should be. It's the storyline.
right. It's a storyline because last we saw him, he had nowhere to go. Where am I going to go? What am I going to do with my kids? I want to see that. That's a story in itself. But who
I
knows?
want
Maybe
to
there
know
was some
where he
other reason.
went to.
What's
You
that?
know, I want to know where he went to.
Right. Where did he go?
Because he said then that he was looking, he saw a house that he needed 90 extra days, right? Then Fletcher was like, no, 2 weeks and go out. So I wanted to know whether he finally got the house. And probably, yeah, that's where he moved to. So if he was moving and that's why he was not on the show. That doesn't make sense to me because I feel like if you're moving, you're supposed to show us like, okay, this you know, finally moved out from Fletcher's house. Now I'm in my own house, whatever kind of house it is. But would they ever show us the house Martel is living at?
Right.
Ah,
No, we don't know. But hopefully somebody will let us know. These the viewers are excellent detectives. So maybe somebody
yes.
they are excellent and let us know what the deal is because I want to know. That would be 2 weeks that he has not been shown. Yeah. And he doesn't post anything anyway. So it's not like he would post some cryptic message. He doesn't post. So who
That's
knows?
the
I
one
wonder if
thing
he
that
even
even
watches the
annoys
show.
me.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said that's what even annoys me the most with him. Because
That he
how would you be on a show, a reality show for that matter, and I go to your Instagram page and you have the last time you post is like 5 months back, 6 months back. How do you do that?
maybe he's a private person.
I,
That
I
would be
I've seen
cute.
people that they don't. I'm not saying post your personal stuffs, show us everything you're doing. Not everybody wants to do that, but at least take a picture, put it online, put out a quote, you know, just show people that okay, yes, I'm alive, I'm well. I might not be very that open, but put out quotes, post just
That's funny that you would say that because the other day I was wondering where Marceau was because he hadn't posted in a little while. And so I kept saying, "Where's Marceau? Marceau needs to post something." So then he did post, but it was like an old video of something that he had already, done before. So then the next day he finally, yeah, but it was just like I was curious too, like, where's Marceau? He's always posting. He has disappeared. So I understand what you mean about Martell, but he just does not post.
But
Guess
the
he's
thing is, if you look at Mattel of the old, okay, he said, what is Mattel of the old? Mattel when he was married to Melody, he might come out and say he's not a social media kind of person. But when Mattel was with Melody, he was always posting at least twice in a week or once in
right.
a week
Yeah.
or
Going back and forth, starting
twice
mess
in
with her.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
He was always
Picking up
posting.
the kids, showing them in the car, taking photos. You're right. He did.
Yeah, even after they even got divorced, he was still always posting. Like, when he's week with the kids, they are always online. He's always online. When you would always know he's with the kids. He would go live. He would post pictures. He would post videos on Instagram where he's with the kids, when they go. So there's nothing that the kids do that you wouldn't know about whenever he's there with Mattel. You literally, if they even go out to eat, you will know because Mattel is actually always posting about it. They do something in the house, he posts about it. So how did somebody that was that always posting become someone of like all of a sudden you stop posting on social media? That's the part that still confuses me because if from the beginning you came out as someone that is not really a social media person, because I know some people like that are, that are celebrities, but they're not really that out. You know that that's how they're being from the first day. So you don't go to their Instagram expecting because okay, this person hardly posts. So when you see a post, you appreciate it. But from somebody that you've always seen post, then one day the person just stops. It gets you thinking. It's just like when you see, okay, Melody is always posting, going on Instagram live, then you don't see her online for 2 months. The first thing that will come to your mind is everything okay? Hope all is well. Maybe things that will start coming to you, maybe things are not going well for this person. That's why this person is not posting. That's just human thinking because I feel like in my mind I just think that okay, probably because things are not going that smoothly for him or things might not be going smoothly for him, that's why he's not posting. So whenever I wait for him to go to see, okay, is he posting something, at least just show that you're on planet Earth. The only time we get to see you is when you are on the show. Well, I guess maybe he wants to become secretive right from now on. So let's
Yeah.
just see how it is. Then he goes for someone that says he doesn't like going online. He goes online and block people every time. The amount of time Mattel blocks people, you'll be very surprised. You say one thing about him that doesn't look well to him, he just blocks you.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
Did he
He
block
does.
you?
He did, and I didn't do
Oh, he
anything to him.
did. He did. Oh my goodness. That's how you know from
I,
experience.
I didn't
What
do
did you
anything to him.
say?
I don't even know. I have never commented on matters. I'm one person. If I don't have anything good to comment about you, right? If I don't have anything good to comment about you, I don't comment at all in your channel on your page. If I
Oh,
don't have
so he
anything positive, I
probably
don't comment.
so maybe he
So
saw your page and he blocked
probably
you because of your page.
maybe I did a video on sometimes when I do a video and my thumbnail, I'll just post it on Instagram to tell people that I have a new video. Or or probably sometimes what I do is I take like on the when the episode airs, like if there's any special important place on the episode, I take out the place, edit it, then put like a caption up of the video and post it. Probably maybe one of the captions that I did caption the videos upset him and he just blocked me. I was just surprised that one day I was hearing people, and I didn't know. I was hearing people saying Mattel is live, Mattel is live. I was like, I'm not, I'm not seeing him live. Then I went on my phone and I typed Mattel, and like I literally was blocked. I was not seeing him on this. And I was like, wow, this blocked
Wow.
me. And I've never offended him. I've never commented on his page. I have never commented on Mattel's page. You will never find my comments on his page at all.
He may have
I
someone else who's doing that, because there was a person who had blocked me a while ago, and I hadn't said anything, but I was in a live. I guess maybe I said hello or whatever, and then I was blocked. I was like, "What did I say?" But and the person was talking at the same time, so I'm thinking it could not have been them because they were talking and showing stuff, and so it was probably someone who moderates their chat, or I don't know,
yeah, no,
person who
yeah,
works with
okay.
them, and they go and they block people.
Oh, okay, probably. Huh,
Well,
well,
this was fun. Thank you so much.
let's just see how that will go. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us on today's review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Make sure you like and comment on our videos. Also, make sure you click on the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to our channel. Maybe click on the subscribe button to subscribe to our individual channels. We have Shop Reality TV and we also have a theater as well. We'll see you guys same time next week.
Bye. That was
Bye.
Bye, you guys. Have a good week.
In you too.